This is Meredith, our data reporter, and she compiled a bunch of data about the STAAR test, and she's going to show you, so be nice and listen. All right, go ahead, Meredith.
I combed through years of Austin ISD's accountability ratings, which are scores the TEA gives schools every year, and they can determine if schools stay open or close. Here are the main takeaways. As you can see, there's a pretty stark contrast between the east and west sides of Austin. There's a lot of red over here and a lot of green over here. And coincidentally, that's also where kids are more economically disadvantaged. All of these schools have a population that is over 50% economically disadvantaged, and their median grade is a 64, a D. And over here, where schools have a population that is less than 50% economically disadvantaged, their median grade is a 90, an A. That's a 26-point difference. Austin ISD is clearly divided by socioeconomic status, and schools on the east side are a lot closer to school closure or interference. If a school gets 5 Fs in a row, the whole district is vulnerable to a TEA takeover, even the schools that perform well. That means new teachers and school boards and a renewed focus on the STAAR test. But how has this changed since the accountability ratings were first introduced? Well, in 2019, that split was a lot less stark. And at schools where over half of kids were economically disadvantaged, did a lot better. Their median score was a 78, a C. That's a 14-point difference over 5 years. So what happened? Well, in 2020, there was a pandemic that changed education. Yes, that's true, but then wouldn't schools on the west side also see a drop in scores? That's the thing. Schools on the west side gained a point. That's why there's more green. But schools on the east side lost 14. That's why you see more red. What happened? In 2023, TEA redesigned the STAAR. So students had to take the test online for the first time, face new questions, had to write a lot more, and TEA made it more difficult for high schools to get an A. Many schools said they were unprepared for these changes, and were waiting on accountability ratings from 2024 and 2025, but for many schools, this was their first F, maybe the first of many.